Understanding the importance of inclusion is vital in creating and sustaining an equitable and fair Australia. For almost 20 years, Nova Employment has promoted employment as a means of supporting inclusion for people who have a disability. In our society, employment is life-defining. We often describe ourselves by our role in work, and amongst the very first things people want to know about us is our job or position. Gaining employment is a vital step in achieving inclusion, and I'm very proud of our track record in assisting the most disadvantaged persons in our community make this a reality in their lives. However, we've also been at the forefront in employing workers who themselves have a disability, and more than 15% of Nova's staff are people with disability. A further 10% are Indigenous Australians. However, it's important to note that we didn't pursue these staff so we could feel good. It's a simple fact that these workers are amongst our most productive. For Nova, inclusion is not an act of charity. It's a sound business decision that's brought us excellent results. Nova also runs Nova Training, a successful registered training organisation which aims to provide professionals working in the disability field with the very best professional development programs available. Nova's own staff development is supported by Nova Training through a comprehensive career pathway which engages all staff in formal training leading to minimum qualification at Certificate 4 in disability work, and for supervising staff, Certificate 4 in frontline management. Our internal training programs are designed to inform staff of their role in the promotion of social inclusion. In support of this effort, staff are also exposed to people with more profound barriers to work through Nova's participation in the New South Wales State Government-funded Transition to Work program. In order to facilitate successful inclusion into the community of workers, the team at Nova Transition work through an accredited training program that plays a major role in building trainees' confidence, working and living skills, and helps develop students to interact with co-workers, peers and the public. The comprehensive program teaches students how to keep a job, meet new people, make new friends and complete formal learning modules. As a taste of what's to come as an employee, each student also participates in work experience in a variety of businesses, developing a better understanding of the options available and insight into their own preferences. Working together in the transition program builds friendship and understanding between staff and students, and also develops a commitment to success which has seen an outstanding record of achievement. At Nova, we've assisted over 6,000 people with disability join the Australian workforce in jobs of their choice at award wages and conditions. On-site support is provided until new workers are confident and able to do the job independently. Once that occurs, Nova continues to act as an advocate for the worker, making sure they enjoy the same rights and working conditions as their colleagues. Nova's Job Club provides another stepping stone for students into the world of employment. This successful program is conducted in all branches and participating high schools.
We're very fortunate to have Nova working with us, and they come in and they work with the students, run workshops in terms of interviewing skills, what to look for, what jobs to apply for. And that goes on for about maybe 10 weeks or so, and with that too, in the hope that once the students do leave here, they're also registered with Nova, so that it's an ongoing situation in terms of finding employment, so they're not totally lost.
Nova Employment's Deaf Service started in January 1998 to help people who are deaf or hearing impaired find employment of their choice. We have a team of fluent Auslan users who make access to our service easy and effective. Once we've found our job seekers work, we support them on the job in a variety of ways. We strive to make the work environment for our job seekers successful by providing communication for training for co-workers. This may mean basic sign language for work colleagues and deaf awareness training. Many companies have benefited from this, including the Westpac Bank, Australian Federal Police and Australia Post. Through the efforts of our staff, we've assisted hundreds of people who are deaf or hearing impaired into jobs of their choice. A country town in the heart of New South Wales, Walgett has a large Aboriginal community, many of whom have a disability, and like many small towns, unemployment is high. Nova Employment's Cafe 64 is reversing this trend. Established in Walgett in December 2005, the cafe solely employs people with disability, now employing 16 locals, 11 of these being Indigenous Australians.
One of the roles of the cafe that I've noticed over the 3 years that I've been here is the way it breaks down barriers. I think it's really important because we have Aboriginal workers, we have white workers, we have young people, we have elderly people, we have everyone in between. And I find our customers have become much more familiar with and mix with people that they wouldn't normally mix with. We have tourists come in, we have local people, we have property people, and they all come in and they all seem comfortable and happy to enjoy the food and coffee of our shop and to be served by disabled people. So it breaks down the barriers of black and white, of disability and able-bodied people, and it's a great success in that respect.
Cafe 64 is in fact the only dedicated standalone restaurant in town. Apart from providing a valuable food service, it is also a very important meeting place. It's the only operation in town which in fact targets specifically the employment of the disabled. In fact, Cafe 64 is very much an essential community service for Walgett.
An understanding of the importance of inclusion and adopting inclusive business practices is a vital part of Nova's business strategy and forward planning. This has paid dividends for us, and I'd recommend an inclusive workplace to any viewer.